Hey y'all. Hey Joe, how are you? I see you popped in here first. You're first. Ooh, it's been a weekend, guys. Have you guys had a good weekend? It's been pretty good here. We haven't done a whole lot. Piddled around the house mostly. When you get our age, you don't do a whole lot on the holidays unless you got a out of town trip planned. Yeah, we did go and eat today, and my oldest daughter came up with her boyfriend, and we hung out for a while over the weekend. Hey, Jovita. I popped in a little couple of minutes early, but that's okay. And if you need to leave tonight and the first people still in here, you go ahead and leave, honey. So I know you work all day. You got to be tired. Anyway, yeah, we had company with the kids. There's Rainy Ridge. Hey, Tina. I'm assuming. Hello, hello. Yeah, we haven't done a whole lot. Like I say, we have not done a whole lot. Uh Took a walk today and had a regular meals. Time's been busy. Missed uh Sheila says, sorry she's missed you a few times. Been busy. That's okay, Sheila. I know how that goes. I've missed a lot of people's lives here lately. I've been trying to catch up. I've been on catch up now for a while. And I've wondered about Sherry Udale. Has anybody on any of the channels heard from Sherry Udale? She's the lady that was in the uh, electric chair that came to our meetup to meet everybody. She was one of the main people. She wanted to meet me, and I think she wanted to meet David and DD5. And she talked to me first before she ever talked to anybody else. So I just miss seeing her, because she's usually in here every week, bless her heart. She was having a lot of health issues, and she had said they were going to try to come this next year to the meetup. And here's Charlene Grady. Hello, Charlene. How are you? And yeah, we've been just kicking it around here. Joey's got some grass cut. The granddaughter's supposed to come home tomorrow. It'll be her first time home on a permanent basis for a while. I don't know how long she's going to stay, but you know how that is. It's just the way it is. These young people, she's 24 years old and don't have any ties, and not had a job that she just felt like she needed to stay at. So, and by the way, I put my whatever, if anybody wants to join the live and come in with me, they're welcome to. I popped it up here on the front right here, whatever you call it, under my name, so that maybe somebody will see it. There's Hiking with Jackie Boy. Hello, hello. Yeah, Joey's been doing a lot of stuff. He ended up hurting his arm. We moved our water tank. We had this several thousand-gallon water tank that was been here by the house, and I water my garden with it every year. Well, we took it down because we're almost to that point of tearing down the deck. So drained all the water out of it and took it down. And I think when we were pushing it over, it still had probably 50 gallons of water in it in the very bottom, maybe a little more, I don't know. But when we were pushing it over, I think he may have pulled something in his shoulder, and he's been having trouble with that. Yeah, so he's been walking around here kind of stove up for the last few days, guys. Stove up, that's the way it goes. Anyway, but yeah, we've been trying to get a little bit done. I've taken out this last part of the deck. We had put a lot of screws in it, so you can't just pop them out. And a lot of those screw heads have either gotten filled in with stuff, trash, dirt, whatever, or they're stripped out, and so that's been a problem. Yeah, I think Joey will be all right. He's like me. Just every week there's something different wrong with it. Not really, but you know what I mean. Once you get older, you just expect it to happen anyway. Oh, there's Wheat. Hello, Wheat. Good to have you in here tonight. I'm going to be traveling down to Wheat's tomorrow to hang out for a while. Started to go today, but I've just in one of them blah moods all weekend. I did go up and visit my brother, and he was doing pretty good. The one that had the massive heart attack and had his knee operated on, and then almost didn't make it home from the hospital. I had all y'all praying for him. Well, he pulled through and he's getting around good now, but he still doesn't have enough energy or whatever to go back to doing all the stuff he was doing. But he's back to cutting grass for all the neighbors in the mobile home park next door to him. He lives right next door to a mobile home park. So the lady there, if the people don't pay him to cut grass and they start letting the grass get high, she charges them and has him go and cut the grass. So that's been a lot of extra, income for him, because he has chickens and things too. And, he don't want to use all of his little retirement check on that kind of stuff. Anyway, yes, I did get 1,000, guys. I am so excited. Y'all just wait next week, and y'all keep it in mind. Next week, we're going to have a giveaway, and I'm excited about it. So it may be a long one. I don't know, because I got quite a few things to give away. I may just give away 10 of them, one every 10 minutes. And then maybe when we get another 100, do another giveaway, because I've got a ton of stuff in there that I bought up over time. So yeah, I'm so excited, guys. I really am. It has been a roller coaster ride. There for a while, I was beginning to wonder if I was ever going to get past it. And that 68666 thing is killing me there. Anyway, yeah. There's Heartland HQ with Dick and Tank. That's Tamara. Tara. No, Tamara. Can't remember now. My mind just went blank. Something with a T. Sorry, honey. When you get my age, it flies out of there. Yeah. We are really excited. Yeah. Still haven't got my watch hours in all of them, but I'm getting pretty darn close. I haven't even checked to see what my watch hours are right now, but they got to be up to 3,000 at least by now. Because several people have contacted me and said, hey, we've let just let your things roll and watched them, several hours each day or something. So it ought to be getting up there pretty good, guys. I'm excited about it. Yeah, we've been working around here. Tanya came up. That's my oldest daughter. She came up. My other kids have got to move back to Ohio. Isn't that some crap? They hadn't been here but just a little over a year. They came here right after school was out last year. And school just started back down there in Florida this year. They've been here a year. They came from Ohio, and now they're having to move back to Ohio with his job. That's military for you. Bought a house that they thought they would be in forever, and you know how that goes. But anyway, there's Jan. Hello, Jan. Yes. Please, guys, go and watch my videos. Turn them on. Let them play while you're doing housework or dishes or something, so I can get those watch hours up. They say you have to leave the volume up. I don't know how they know whether the volume's up or not, but you don't have to have it blaring, but you know how it goes. But anyhow, it's been exciting. Now, as far as Tamara, I thought that's what it was. I said that to start with, and then I started double back, couldn't decide what it was. My mind went crazy. Anyway, yeah, was so, but, and there's DJ's, gardening with DJ or whatever, adventures in gardening with DJ. Anyway, guys, we're rolling around here. We're trying to get a lot of things done, trying to get the rest of this deck down, but it's so dang hot that I can't pull them. I pull about 4 of them off and then I'll leave. Later on in the day, if I feel like it, I'll go back and pull off 3 or 4 more. So it's a very slow go. If it ever cools off. Now, they said we were going to have not over 70s this coming week, but I ain't seen it yet. So if we're going to have it, it needs to come on here so I can get through with this deck, because I'm ready to get it done. And yeah, we've been working on that. We got the 2 little goats. They're still just prissing around here doing just whatever. I think they're not getting as much attention here as maybe they were there. And Joey had to get Sarah, the white one's head out of the fence twice already. So I've got to get out there and put that 2x4 wire up on that paneling. I have got it, because I tore down all the wire that I did have around the garden and put up that chain link wire. So I've got that now that I can put around. Plus we had some on the deck that we can put up. So it won't be an extra expense, I just got to take the time and get out there and go for it. It's been so hot and I can't breathe out there, guys. It's just terrible. Uh, yeah. So we have been just trudging on through the day over here in Georgia. Yeah. I want to go to Pinecone Fest, guys, so bad, but it's just so expensive to go. And then I was talking to Peaceful Des the other night, and she's going from down there at Tallahassee, Florida. And I just thought, well, she can drive, and she's completely in a wheelchair, and she's gonna drive all over there. Why can't I go? Which I could. You know how that goes. It's just so dang far. It's just horrible, horrible. But anyway, and then, if I went, I've either got to pull my camper or take a 10 or something. And it's just a long ways. It's the thought's still there. So, but y'all don't look for me. But I'm wanting to go. I'm going to be there with y'all in spirit if I'm not there in person, and probably won't the way it's going now. I won't be there in person. But yeah, we've been trying to get things done. Like say, Madison's coming home. I hope that she's able to get the rest of her stuff out of the upstairs of the apartment, the house that they're renting. One of her rooms was upstairs, and it was hard enough to get that big old dresser up there. I don't know. She's depending on her buddies that live up there to help her get it down. So I don't know if she'll end up getting it down, or maybe then one of them will bring it to her later on, because she's just got that little Jeep, and so I don't know if she's going to be able to bring it or not. Jan says she's tore out most of the garden, only have green beans, hot peppers, and pepper. What is that word? Let's see. Pepper. Beanies, I don't know what that, and strawberries growing. Yeah, my tomatoes have just about had it, so I'm going to snatch them up this weekend. Well, weekend's over, but I'm going to snatch them up sometime in the next couple of days. And I don't know if I'm going to plant anything else or not. I would like to. There's Troy Sutton. Hello, Troy. But yeah, we need to. I would like to, guys. And we're getting a few more people in here. I'm going to tell y'all all about the giveaway and stuff here in a few minutes. But yeah, get it up here so that I can see the darn comments without having to wear glasses and take them off, because I can't see it. I can see well at a distance, but I can't see to read this. But then if I'm trying to look at it, everything's blurry. If I'm looking at it, like this, it's weird. I know it don't make sense, guys. Anyway. Yeah, we had another, one of Joey's mom's family, or not family, but their best friends when they were all these years, 60-something years, passed away. And so we went over there today and took food and all, and we're going to have that funeral services and all tomorrow. So that was a sad thing. But the lady had cancer, like my friend Vicky, and just did not realize, that snuck up on her. So I think she found out in May that it was back, and she's gone this past Friday night. She passed. So it's a sad thing, but at least she's not suffering anymore. Let's see. There's a web weaver in the last tomato plant, and she laid eggs, and I'm not pulling it yet. A web weaver that laid Okay. All right. Well, I never thought about that, but that's okay. They're good for your garden. Really, all those insects and things are. I've got grubs that are getting into my beds, and I don't know how I'm going to get rid of them, guys. I really don't. I've put diatomaceous earth on it. I've even sprinkled it with Sevin dust on the beds that I've taken the stuff out of. And still not having a whole lot of good luck with it. Yes, they are good spiders. And so, it's just always something. But so the grubs, like I say, I thought about letting the chickens in there. If I don't put nothing else in there, I can let the chickens in there and let them just go crazy in the beds before I add compost and stuff for the fall, that I normally would put in there to let break down over the winter months. But yes, I love their webs with all them zigzags and all that in it. Oh gosh, y'all. Oh, we're at 15 minutes. Okay, guys. Next week, if good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise and power don't go off, we're going to have a giveaway, and it's going to be for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and we're really excited about it. I'll have to do it by myself like I always do, unless somebody wants to volunteer to come in with me and help me. But anyway, yeah, I've got a lot of things in there. I'm gonna get them up and decide what to put on here, because I don't know how many we can get out in an hour. You know, we may go over a little bit and we may not, you know, guys. It's just one of those things. But anyway, had some grubs, but not too much. Yeah, that's mostly us, and they don't seem to affect. Now, when I planted my okra, something ate all my okra seed. About time they come up, they just nipped them off right there about the ground. So I don't know if it was grubs or maybe a rabbit got in there or something, which would be pretty easy. Joe says to spray soap and water over the garden area. I'll try that. Yeah, I'll try it like dish soap maybe. Huh. Yeah, I'll try that, because I mean, I'll try anything, especially trying not to use a whole lot of pesticides in there. Thank you so much, Shan. I appreciate that. Yes, I am excited. I've been there for, well, since our last live, I think last week. I think, no, I went on a live with Lauren and Joel at Making It Home. And that's where we got our last few subscribers that we needed. I think we've got like 1,003 or something like that subscribers right now. Hopefully we don't lose any. Of course the phone rings, girl. That's just the way it is. I'm surprised mine's not ringing right now. Let me cut the volume off, because I forget it every time. And I get notifications, all kinds of buzzing about time you get on this thing. Or my kids decide to call me or something. You know how that goes. But anyway, guys, which is one reason I chose to do it at 9 o'clock, because most of them are, you know, getting ready for bed and all that by this time and aren't worrying about calling me. Anyway, 5 to 6 hornworms off of her tomato and peppers in the wooden raised bed. Wow. Wow. Yeah, those hornworms will do some damage in a hurry, boy, if you don't get them off. But now I got your blue light special and it works. And I told Wheat about it and she said, I'm going to try that. So she went out and sent me a big picture of a hornworm that they had found all glowing in there. So she was all excited about that. She said, I've never heard of that either. I'd never heard of it either. So I'm glad that was something I dreamed up from you or gleamed from one of your your show or channel things that you put on one of your videos that you put out. But yeah, we went and ate, and we didn't do any grilling this weekend. I know we're kind of lazy, guys. We really are. Well, we got the grill pulled off the deck, and just one thing after another. And Joey was having trouble with his mouth, which is doing a lot better right now. So I probably could have grilled some steaks, but I just got lazy. And he asked me today, he said, why don't we just go to West Point and see if anything's up? So we did. Oh, Lord. Sorry about that, guys. And so we went down there, and we just ate Chinese restaurant. It was good. That's all that matters. And I didn't have to clean up after nothing. So that was a win-win for me anyway. Oh, yes, I like getting the blue light. That's right. Me too. I've got to put another perch in my chicken pen, because I've got so many little hens now, you know, from all these ones that hatched out, that they're just sleeping everywhere in there now. And it's kind of weird that they're just everywhere. You know how that goes. But anyhow, I should have got me some water. Oh, I did get me some water. Let me get a swallow. Maybe it'll wake me back up. Can't reach. There. That was up close and personal for y'all. But yeah, we've been kicking it around here. And the grandkids have called me, of course, and I talked to Madison for quite a while. And then my younger ones checked in. So it makes you feel good when they call on the holidays, even if you don't see them all the time. Anyway, it has been so hot here, guys. Say, how hot is it? How hot is it? It's dang hot. It is super hot. Yeah, it's been like 99 and 100 every day, and the heat index was very high on top of that. And then on top of that, we've had the like 87% and 79% and stuff like that humidity. And I'm like them guys on TV that talks about the humidity. How in the heck can it be 89% not humidity and not be wet? Well, I'm wet every time I walk out the door, folks. So I guess it affects me. Anyway, Jan says they went fishing but didn't catch anything. Got skunked. Yeah, I haven't been fishing in a long time. I don't have any license right now, so that's probably one reason. I thought about getting me a license so the next time I go kayaking, because they're not very high. It's been so humid here, like 90%. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Why doesn't it just rain? I know it, God. That's what I say too. At least it'll cool it off for a little while, but then all that humidity steams up out of the ground after it quits raining. It gets hot real quick again. But at least for a little while there, if it rains, you gotta break. But yeah, we've been doing things, trying to get things done around here. Josie was in here. I had to rush around, try to get her fed. Got the other two dogs put up in their bedroom for the night. And we got that closed off, but they're doing real good. I put them a potty pad back in the bathroom, and so far they've used it if they go in the night, during the night. Oh, guys, I don't know why I'm yawning, so I'm sorry. I'm having all y'all yawning. But let's see. Yes, it has been a horrible summer, guys. Horrible summer. And I know down there where you guys are, it is super hot. And on down, well, I don't even know, down on the coast around Brownsville and all that, y'all may have a stream of air come through, like down on the coast of Florida. It's hot, but at least there's air blowing in off of the water that makes it feel a little bit better. Hi, Kevin. How are you? There's Kevin Henderson. It's good to have you in here again, Kevin. Yeah, I was just telling everybody, make sure you come in next week, Kevin. If you didn't hear it, we're going to have a giveaway. And I'm hoping that I can get that StreamYard tool to come up and we'll be able to get it rolling so I don't have to do any kind of funky stuff to get the drawing. So anyway. Pretty humid there in Missouri. Wow. You must be in northern part of Missouri. Or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's been super hot here. Now we had a couple of days here a couple of weeks ago that cooled off, and I should have done more work on the deck then, but you know how it is. Lived in Texas for 45 years. Understand that you can't breathe when you walk out the door. I know that's right. It takes your air. Well, it's not just in Texas, honey, because it's that way here too. But I imagine it is worse there in Texas. And everybody talks about the heat in Las Vegas. Well, it's hot, but doggone, it wasn't this humid hot. So you don't feel it like you do here. I'm sure you still can die just as easily from the heat in Vegas, but yeah, I knew Kevin was your husband, Jan. But I don't usually see him in here, so I'm glad you're in here, Kevin. Yeah, or you may be in and on there with Jam. I don't usually see you commenting. And let's see, this is the boss we live in South. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why y'all are in southwestern. Losing it, guys, losing it. But anyway, yeah, I haven't been down to Wheats in a while, so I'm going to go down and may do another video of her tiny house. She's done some updates in there, got another pet and all that, because Charlie's there now and her other puppy passed away. So Anyway. Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. It's a weird thing, though. If you go on an hour west of us, they have ridiculously hot summer. Yeah, does that make any sense? You guys must be in a trough or something where there's some airflow through there, maybe through those mountains or something where y'all live. I don't know, because I can go 3 hours from here up around Helen or up in that general area, and it's like 20 or 30 degrees cooler there than it is here, just because it's mountainous, I guess. Maybe it shades more from the mountains, shades the areas more or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. And I like to go to the mountains a lot in the summer when it's this hot, guys. But I haven't been but that one time in March. But I'd like to get back up there before it gets too cool. I'd like to go and see all the changes maybe next month. That'd be nice to go up and just video the leaves and everything that's going on. And it'd be nice, walking around the cooler air. In fact, in October, you might need a sweater or jacket at night up there, because it gets right cool at night up there. Anyway. And yeah, that's what like my friend Tony that comes in here sometimes, he will at his house there's wind blowing all the time. Of course, he lives not too far from Fort Walton there, Florida. And so maybe it's because he's not, but probably a mile off of the coast, but it's across the highway and all that stuff. But still, I guess it's the air off the coast that keeps the air blowing or floating around down there, and it just feels a lot cooler, even if it's not cooler, And this year was way more mild than last year. Wow. It's hard to believe here. Troy says 65 degrees sounds amazing. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Yeah, 65 degrees. I'd be in heaven. Boy, I could sleep good with some 65-degree weather, guys. Yeah, we don't keep our air cut down real low. Try to save money. Try to keep our electric bill under $200 every month if possible. But yeah, so I am hoping maybe this coming weekend up, I'm going to go camping if nothing happens. There's Des in here. Hello, Des. Good to see you, hon. I'll take 65 and 70 all day long. Love it. I would love to live somewhere where it never gets below about 45 and never gets higher than 85. That would be heavenly, but you can't have it all, I guess, It's just the way it is. We all want something we can't have. That's just the way it is, the way of the world. But anyhow, yeah. So you guys, Des, I don't know if you've been in here long, but we're having a giveaway next weekend on my next live. And let's see, Joe says 50 degrees Fahrenheit tonight in the eastern hour, and a low tonight, high of about 77 tomorrow. Boy, that would be heavenly. That would be heavenly. Man, I could get a lot of stuff done out there, because I can breathe good, and as long as I don't get overheated, and I just can't breathe in the heat. It just feels like I'm pulling in hot water in my lungs in this time of year. It's just the lupus, I guess. I don't know. It affects my lungs and liver, but anyway, part of the days of our lives. It's a story of our life anyway. Yeah, I've been trying to catch up on some of the videos, guys, but it's just so hard. Once you get behind on them, it's hard to get back on them. And then I got this crazy game that I play, and that was the worst thing I ever started. It's called, dang, I can't even think of what it's called. It's called something match, and you have to go through it. Well,
she hadn't won.
Started talking to us. Wasn't supposed to have done that again. Oh, yeah. So anyway, I'll get started on that game, and then I'll sit there and I'll say, well, I'm just going to play this for 15 minutes, and I'll be done sat there a whole hour killing time playing a darn video game. And I think to myself, and it's one you just do, you know, with your fingers, and you don't have to have nothing special. I can't imagine if you had one of those, you know, where you've got the mask on and you're doing all this fighting and stuff like Tara and Jason were doing on White Ridge. That would be hilarious. Now, I've seen my grandkids do that, and it would be fun. I think it would be real fun to do that. And Jan says it's 70. No, that's Tina says it's 73 there. Wow. Tina, do y'all live in Missouri also? I think you told me, but I can't remember. Anyway, I'm probably going to go over to the Gold Camp. And when I go, I'll take my generator and I'll just park primitive wherever along the creek or the river there and play in the water and sit around and just enjoy myself and sleep when I want to and read a book when I want to. Look, you know, piddle around. I might pants a little bit ago, but you know, they've just got dust there. It's so fine that I found a couple of little pickers, but that's about it there. There's very little gold there in that particular creek, but there's enough to keep people coming back, I guess, you know. Let's see. La. And Dez, like I said, Dez is going to drive all the way to the Pinecone Fest. I'm so jealous. I am so jealous. But yeah, she says that she's got her daughter going with her, and so it ought to be a fun trip for them. She says she's going to make two days out of it, because I think it would be like 1,700 miles or something like that for her, where it's not, I don't know if it's that far, but anyway, it's it'll be, I think it'd be about 800 miles for me. I'm not sure, but it'll probably about 750 maybe. I haven't even really looked because I can never remember the name of the town that Pinecone Fest is at. It's Peyton or Penton or something. I can't ever remember. And so Jan says they're not going to make it to Pinecone Fest this year. Well, you know, you'll be sitting home with me wishing when it's going on. We will look up and see the videos. We'll like, dang, look at what we're missing. Pinecone, that's right, Pinecone. Says not going to Pinecone, not going to Pine Coast, going to Petals from the Past in a week, and then going to Operation in April in Hoffman, Texas. Now, I don't know the Operation Rendezvous, but I'll have to check into that on that Webb's calendar, I guess. So that's in Texas. I think I've seen something about that. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. Okay, so you're going to go to Petals of the Past. Well, that's not but about an hour and a half for me. So I may pop down there this weekend coming up instead of going to Gold Camp. Check it out. And near Lake Cypress Springs in Texas, but I can't remember the town either. Yeah, that's me. I can't remember the darn town. And, you know, Rainy Ridge says she's from Mount Vernon, I guess. Okay. Unless she's talking about Pinecone Fest, but I don't think that's it. Anyway, guys, we have been out there playing with them little goats. Y'all ought to see them. They are so funny. I've never had any that were just followed you around like that. You know, they followed you if they thought you was fixing to feed them something, but that's about the only time they followed you around. And then I had two of my sheep get out yesterday. I was putting the darn goats up, and I don't know how in the world Lightning got out, but Lightning was standing outside, just standing out there in the yard, looking through the gate at me like, and the gate was open and had two sheep standing there. And about time I almost got to them to do something about, Pinecone Fest is in Mount Vernon. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to, I don't know why I thought it was started with a P, but anyway, dang it. Yeah. Jess says she did not say, I haven't seen her either. Hello, Jennifer Ocean Homestead. How are you? Can't tag on my phone, but I see y'all. Well, thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. I was telling them I'm still short some watch hours. So if y'all could watch my videos as much as you possibly can, let them run while you're doing housework or just driving to town or something, and you're not, you ain't got to be paying that much attention to it. You probably all seen them anyway, but just let me get those watch hours. And Jovita just put my site back up there. Is there a way to change that to where it will say the Rambling Peach on it instead of my name, Carol, on there? 7643. I don't know. You guys tell me, because I don't know anything about it. I am nerd dead when it comes to this kind of stuff. And what I have done is just by the seat of my pants. Believe me, I can get on here. One day I can do it. The next day I might not can. So that's why I'm saying I'm hoping I can get in here early enough next Monday and make sure I can get both of the things up on my laptop and be able to get that spinning thing going so that it will be ready to go when people start coming in, and we can go ahead and start doing some giveaways, right off, so we can get some things giveaway anyhow. Yes, please, y'all hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already, because I can use all the help I can get. Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, we got Homesteading Outlaws. Hello. I'm still not being able to find your, I think your daughter's channel, the cat. What is it? Something cat channel. I find something, but I don't think it's her channel. It looks like more of a band or something when I pull it up. So if you could put her link in there, maybe I could pull it up when this live is over, because I wanted to go in and check out her channel for, help you guys out too. And there's Old Man King. Hello. Good to see you in here. Pedals in Time is in, it's in Alabama, below Montgomery. And it's, what is the name of that town? Dang it. If I wasn't trying to think of it, I could tell you right off. Penton, Alabama. I can't remember, but anyway, it's not far at all from just a couple of exits down from Montgomery. So Jemison, Alabama. Okay, Jemison, Alabama. But yeah, it's just a turn. That's all it is. I mean, so. Yeah, I went last year, but I didn't know a soul down there. So if I go this year, I'll know some people, more people down there. Anyway, they're going to be staying at the Clanton Shawnee Inn. Okay. Is there a good many people going to be staying there? I know last year quite a few people came and were staying at one of the motels, and I didn't know anything about that. And that would have been nice to know, because then I could have come over and hung out and whatever, even if I still came home at night, because it's not, like say, it's only about an hour and a half drive for me to my house from there. How far is it for you to drive, Des? Approximately, is it about 3 hours for you? I know, is it Rainy Ridge? No, it wasn't Rainy Ridge. Who was it? Dang, I can't even think of it. But one of the things that was at the first one were there last year, and I got to talk to them quite a bit. 4 hours roughly with the time change. Okay. And some will be this year. Okay. Well, I'm gonna save this stuff and check it out here before I get out of here tonight and write some things down, because you know how you do it. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's good. I know it was Alley Cat or Yellow Cat or something. I couldn't remember, but I'd look for it. And every time I looked several different times, and I'd flip through there, but all it was coming up was it looked like a band maybe. And I said, well, I don't think that's her channel. So I didn't even click on it. I don't get nothing else started. I got more darn folks I'm watching now that I can keep up with. Anyway, we're going a couple of days early and be tourists. Okay, all right. Well, you used to could go over to the cemetery, and it's not that far away from there, where Hank Williams is buried. And I mean, you could go in there, and there was all kinds of things, guitar picks from different artists that were there. There was money, I mean, just gobs of money all around his grave, uh, just all kinds of things. Yep. Wow, bio on him. Cool. Yeah, Jerry Reed's a funny guy. Yeah, so I mean that's one of the places. And then I like to go to the Capitol just to see, all the stuff. And now they're having to change the names of everything, the schools, and and they're wanting to tear down all the statues and all that. But you can erase it and you can make it sound different, but it's still gonna be there. Those people are still gonna be were slaves, and it's a sad thing. I hate that, but you can't erase history. Those people were, they thought they were doing the right thing back then, I'm sure, but I'm sure now if they thought back on it, they would realize that they were screwing up. But at that time they didn't realize it, because it was the thing. It was the thing most everywhere expected. And even blacks had slaves. And they had not just black people, but there were so many Swedens that were held for, as indentured servants or slaves, and white people were treated a lot worse than the black people were, according to all the history that I've read, because they were weaker. They were, and especially white women. So we didn't have the hips, we didn't have the stamina and the get out there, the drive. 6.5 hour drive for Sheila. Oh, is that all? I would have thought it would be more than that, Sheila, to come to Pinecone Fest. Is that to Pinecone Fest or to Petals from the Past? I think that would be Pinecone, maybe. I'm not sure, but anyway. Yeah. But it's a sad thing either way that people owned other people and controlled them. But it's been going on, since kings and queens, and people were told what they could do and what they couldn't do, and basically starved to death, or else you were in their graces and you got treated good, for as long as you stayed in their graces and did exactly what they wanted. It's just a sad world that we live in. It always has been, So to think about the things that have happened in the past, we're supposed to learn from our mistakes, and you go erasing those mistakes, and it looks different, makes it look different on paper, but it still happened, guys. It still happened. They're still looking at history that happened back in Roman times. They're still finding things now to prove different things, and history is exciting to me. I guess that's why I did a lot of things around here where I live, and there's still a lot of things I need to go do. I just have not had any get up and go this summer because it has been so hot. It's hard for me to get out and stay out for any length of time. Now in the spring and fall and even in winter, I can handle the heat or the cold better than I can handle the hot, unless it's, if it's 20 degrees, I don't handle it very well. But if it gets up, 35, 40, 45 degrees in the wintertime, I can go out there and do things. It's when it gets down 17, 20 that I don't want to go outside, and you can't blame me for that. Still feels much that's exactly right. We're all being controlled by somebody, and it's a sad thing that we have to depend on our government, and the people that need it sometimes don't get it, and the people that don't need it and are real good con artists get it really well, easily. It's really sad to say that. Oh, Sheila says Petals from the Past. Well, wow. I would have thought it would have been further than that. Okay. Wow. I'm surprised, Sheila. But yeah, you're on the eastern side of Missouri, aren't you? Anyway. Yeah, dang. 6.5 hours. So I don't know how far it would be from here to Pinecone. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Y'all are making me curious. With it not being but 6.5 hours for you, Sheila. Anyway, another time. Are you all doing well tonight? Yes, we are. I am. I'm assuming everybody else is. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, we've had a good weekend. We like to say we didn't do any grilling. We just ate easy stuff, sandwiches and leftovers, whatever, and done a lot of things here around the house. Did not go over to the lake. We usually do go over to the lake. Our son Jeremy has a pontoon boat, and a lot of times on the holidays we'll go over and we'll go out and ride around on the lake, and then maybe go up to the marina and have dinner or something. But we haven't done anything this year. Just been so much going on around here. But that's okay, guys. So how are things going with you at another time? And let's see, Sheila says 7.5 hours to Pinecone from your house. Okay, because that's on into Texas. Boy, I'm telling you what, you get on Texas and you start over here and you drive across there and you feel like you drove all day long and you're still in Texas. So I don't know how far Pinecone Fest is from the from the Mississippi whatever border there, but line, but it's a ways over there. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the comments and still talk about it. But yeah, I may do that. I just did not realize Petals from Time was this weekend coming up. So I may check into that, guys. I may check into that. That would be fun. Go down and hang out with everybody. Talk to more people and see more people. Maybe get a video out of it. You never know. Wheat, you ought to check. Well, no, dang, Wheat. Never mind. My friend Wheat's got something else going on. I was going to say she ought to go. She could go with me. So you're in the Boot Hill. Okay, yeah. Joe is saying hello to everybody else in the chat that he hasn't already talked to. Yep. I try to watch the comments, guys, and see, if I see anything new coming up. But we want to bring up Labor Day. They started the Labor Day holiday as to represent all the laborers that have assembled and have worked their whole lives. So it's a wonderful holiday. It lets everybody know that they're appreciated for all those people that have worked hard to make this country what it is, not just in the past, but right now in the present. So that was I hope all of y'all had a good holiday weekend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to go do another one at Wheat's place. I did a video of it. It was one of the very first videos I ever did, and it was kind of a goofy one. So I'm going to go back and do another video of Wheat's place, and maybe y'all will enjoy it. She has a beautiful little place down there. She lives in a tiny house, and it is a metal building that is 16 by 30 or 32. I think it's 32. I'm not positive, but anyway, guys, we're going to be doing a video of her tiny house. And so I hope y'all will enjoy that. And all the little unique whatnots and, wind jewelry and stuff that she makes, because she can make anything. And every time I go down there, she's showing me something new that she's done learned to make or do a video or sewing or painting or something. And she's very artistic too. I wish I had it. I don't have an artistic bone in my body. I may have some autism in my body. I wouldn't doubt it a bit. Because, I was slow learning in school, in elementary school. I had a hard time. And, most all my kids did too, up until they got about the 5th or 6th grade. And then it just popped. It all came in, all that struggle they had with reading and everything else. it all just clicked. But, up until then, yeah, back when I started school, they had extra reading classes, and they had speech and all that kind of stuff if you didn't speak correctly. And I guess they had me in speech and in the reading classes because I couldn't read. And I spoke plenty. I spoke too much, but I guess maybe I didn't make it plainly enough for them, or pronounce my words the way they wanted me to, or something. Yes, I do learn better with my hands. I have to see it and actually participate in it. I can't just read something and do it. That's why I have such a hard time with this YouTube, because I can read it and I still won't know what I've read. I can read it 14 times. And with Filmora, a lot of times they'll have the guys and they'll show it, but they've got to where they do it so darn fast that I have to stop it and go back and blow it up and try to look at it. And it's just so hard for me to learn how to do something. And then if I don't do that same thing 4 or 5 times, then I forget it by the time I get ready to do it the next time. So anyway, yes, that is a very good sign of autism. And my kids were that way. And my second to the oldest grandson is high functioning autistic. And, I worry now because he's old enough to drive. Of course, he's not driving yet. He doesn't want to drive. He is taking a driver's ed class in high school. But, yeah, he's just not. Yes, possible. I think I've definitely got the ADHD. Definitely got that. And I see things backwards. Like I'm constantly typing something and I'll leave off the first letter and put it at the end, or I'll start. It just doesn't make any sense. I go back and look at it and say, that's not what I typed, but obviously I did, and I don't know why. And he worked today. Wow, okay. Good for him. Yes, Jennifer says y'all make sure you're still subscribed. Yep, because I have had people get unsubscribed from me and go back. In fact, they unsubscribed my husband from me, and he was looking. And he said, "Well, how do you know when you're subscribed?" I said, "It'll be in black letters. It'll say subscribe." And he said, "Well, I don't see that on my thing." And so I went and looked, and sure enough, they'd unsubscribed me. So. It's called getting older. Well, I've had it all my life, so I guess I've been an old soul all my life. Yeah, I definitely have dyslexia. I'll write my 9s and 6s and my 4s and 5s. 5s will be a 2, just weird stuff. Just don't make any sense. And had trouble, with that kind of stuff. Anytime I have numbers, I have to go back and look at them 2 or 3 times to make sure I put it in right. So when I worked in bookkeeping, I was the slowest person in bookkeeping because of that, and I hated it. So that's when I decided, oh, no, this is not going to be my career, because I absolutely hated it. September the 14th. But some are coming to the hotel the day before and leaving on Sunday. Okay, that'll be cool, yeah. Because it's the 14th. That's on Saturday, right? I have to look at the calendar, but make sure. Yeah, that sounds really, really. Yeah, I've definitely had the hyperactivity. I can't even sit still here trying to talk to y'all. Y'all see I'm always moving my hands and fiddling and whatever, up until a few years ago, I bit my fingernails absolutely down to the end. And how they've managed to be like halfway decent now, wherever the camera is. I don't know. On Saturday. Yep. Yeah. So, but a couple of things that I want to try to do. I want to go down here below Columbus, Georgia, toward Phoenix City and on out, like you're going to some of the smaller town, Richland, and those kind of things. There is a place, and it's called the Little Grand Canyon here in Georgia, and I'd like to go and see that. Thank you, Tamara. Tamara. And the StreamYard duck logo. Yeah. Let's see. So I hope you have a good night too, Tamara. Especially we've got 5 minutes or a little less here on the live left. Yeah, guys, if you have not already checked out my other things that's going on, I want to put some videos out, or maybe not videos, but some like a picture collage of some of my trips when I went to Europe. Had a great time. Some of my favorite things that I did over there. That would be fun. I got to head to bed too. Got to go back to work after a week off. Bo humbug. I know it, girl. A week off, that just makes you really tired. You have to go back to work the rest of it. Good night. Anyway, good night, girl. And before we get off here, guys, I want to tell y'all how much I appreciate and how much I love each and every one of y'all. If it weren't for you guys, I would not have a YouTube channel. I would not have 1,000 followers. It's just mind-blowing that I have people that are willing to take time out of their day to come on here and look at the crazy stuff that I post. And it's wonderful. It makes you feel so good to know that you've accomplished something, but that you've had help of people that you really don't even know that well or don't know at all personally, you know. Traveling with DJ says he prefers to work rather than not being busy at all. Well, when I was at work, I liked for it to stay busy because that way that made the day go by faster. Now, I didn't like them fully tore down when everything was going wrong at work and you're just absolutely killing yourself trying to get everything back up and running, you know, because I was a mechanic. So if it wasn't up and running, them bosses were standing over you like screaming at you. Not really screaming, but you know how it goes. Just checking everything you're doing behind you to make sure you're doing all you can do to get things back up. But thank you, Jan. Thank you for coming in tonight. And you too, Kevin. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. That just makes my day every Monday when I see the people that come in. It makes me feel good. And let's see. Thank you to everyone that's been here tonight, and please continue to support the channel. That's right, guys. So I'm not going to stay on here my full 60 minutes, guys. I'm going to drop off here in just a minute because I think there's another guy that's coming on right behind me. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, but I like to give the people that do go and watch his channel to you know, have time to run to the bathroom or grab them something to drink or a snack or whatever before the next one comes on. And Jan, she works a million times harder now that she's in retirement. Yes, that's right. You know, when I worked, you didn't realize it, but you know, you were so much healthier back then too. You know? Everyone take care and have a good night, rest of your evening, and a safe week ahead. Thank you, Des. I appreciate that. But guys, we're going to get out of here. I've only got about a minute and a half left. We're going to get out of here. But I wanted to thank all y'all for coming in. Thanks for everything you do to make my day better. And y'all have a good night. Hope you had a good weekend. And y'all remember, God is watching everything we do. Y'all try to be nice to somebody that's being mean to you because it confuses them. They don't know what's going on. That's one reason. Another other reason is we don't really know what they're going through. And they could be having something terrible going on in their life and they just blow up for just because they got to vent their stress somehow. And they take it out on somebody they don't know instead of taking it out on maybe a sick loved one or whatever that's going on in their lives. So, guys, we're getting out of here. I love y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Bye.